sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Long ago, there was a man named Henry Dillinger. There wasn't anything particularly special about him. He was just your everyday, ordinary man. He had a wife and a son. His wife had the most beautiful eyes. Henry was an optometrist, which sounds normal in itself if it wasn't for the ironic fact that he comes from a line of family that was born blind, excluding Henry, of course, since he was the first male in his family in over 3 generations to have perfectly working eyes. His son Frederick was also born with eyesight, so the blindness in his bloodline had stopped, or so it had seemed. One day, Henry was doing an eye exam on his son, and that is when everything started. Frederick's 20/20 vision was no longer. He required glasses. This frightened Henry, and he did checkups on him every month, only to find that his worst thoughts were real. Each time Frederick was examined, his eyesight had gotten worse. Frederick was going blind. The tragedy had skipped a generation. Frederick's eyesight gradually got worse and worse, until one day he woke up, and all he saw was the darkness. Frederick's screams of panic echoed throughout the house. "I can't see! I can't see! Help me, I can't see!" Upon hearing the screams, Henry then snapped. "Why, God, why?" he exclaimed. "Why him and not me? Why him and not me?" Henry bust down the door and grabbed his son and rushed him into his office. "I am so sorry, son. I will make it better. I will fix you." Henry took a knife and scraped out Frederick's eyes, screaming in pain. His wife had followed him and was pounding on the door to let her in. "Just one moment. I'm trying to fix our son, don't you see?" Henry then took one last look at his son before cutting out his own eyes. Now his own screams were filling the room. "Here you go, son. These ones work. You deserve them more than I do." Henry put his eyes into his son and kept asking him if he could see, but he never got a response. Henry attempted to find a pulse on his son, but failed to do so. The unprofessional, impossible medical surgery had killed his son in the process. If it were possible, Henry would have been crying, but the black, bloody voids refrained him from doing so. His wife busted through the door that was blocked by the bookcase, only to see the horror that was bestowed upon her eyes. Her beautiful eyes. "Henry, what have you done? What have you done to our baby boy? I just wanted him to see again. You are a monster. Who are you to judge? You with your pretty little working eyes." He had his mother's eyes. Maybe that's what he needed all along. Henry then lunged at his wife and then proceeded to carve out her eyes, killing her instantly. Henry placed his wife's eyes in Frederick. "There, son. Can you see now, son? I told you Daddy would fix you." Henry then dropped to the ground and joined his wife and son in death. To this day, the spirit of Henry terrorizes the earth in search of eyesight for his son. Those with 20/20 vision are the target. He takes over your body, and the last thing you will ever hear is "why you?" and not him. Before he makes you carve out your own eyes, there is no escape. Even in the darkness, the man with no eyes sees all. Why you and not him? The end. If you liked The Man with No Eyes, be sure to check out my other stories.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to like this video and leave a comment telling me what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more future videos.